Hello again. So in this video, I want to show you how to work on assignment 8, which is still doing research, but using some different sources. Up until now in our workshop, we've talked a lot about researching online, how to do keyword searches and search general search engines, how to refine your search, how to evaluate websites, and then you got to explore some subscription databases. So another resource that I think your age often forgets is the good old-fashioned book. So this assignment involves using the library catalog and still researching your topic, but looking for options that are in printed sources. So books, nonfiction books, reference books, newspapers, magazine articles. These are all great because you don't have to do a lot of the legwork that you had to do when you find websites with information. First of all, books already have been evaluated. You don't have to. Someone else has edited them, fact-checked them, proofed them, published them. So when you open that book, you know everything in it is true. So back to the assignment. So if you look in the video, I've got the worksheet on one side. And then over here, I've already gone to the website, books.usd497.org. That's how to get to our online catalog. Then I click on our school and click on catalog. So if you remember, my practice research topic was, I started off with a really broad topic of the civil rights movement. And after doing a little searching, I narrowed my topic down to Coretta Scott King within the civil rights movement. So my search term in this online catalog is going to be her name. And then really make sure you click on the right button here. I'm not going to click on title because she might be involved in other books that aren't just about her. She doesn't have to be the author. She's my subject. So when that does this thing, I've got 3 resources. And this is kind of the downside of when you want to do research with print sources. You're not going to have as many results. But I do have 3 here. So I'm going to go over to my worksheet and make sure I put in everything that it is asking to do. Let me try and fix my screen a little bit so I can see. Okay, so it wants the author. So look over here, this is my title. Underneath the call number is the author. So I'm going to type her name in. And then it wants the title of the book, which is simply her name, Coretta Scott King. It wants the copyright date to see if we got published 1999. And for my topic, that doesn't really matter how recent it is because the civil rights movement, 1950s and 60s, it's a while ago. It doesn't have to be current. However, if my topic was maybe technology like an iPhone, I would need more current sources. Okay, and then it also says I need to write down where in the library that I can find this book and if it's available. So I'm noticing that the call number over here, it's going to be in the 300s. So I'm going to write in the call number just as it is. And the B, I imagine, is for biography. And then it's got some of the author's last name in it. Oops. And then if I look over here, I can see that it is available. So I'm going to add that. Okay, so it's kind of nice that I have 3 sources. I can just put in, pick one other one for right here. If you at first did your search and you didn't find any sources or you just found one, you need to refine your keyword search. Maybe I would have typed in civil rights movement if not enough books came up for Coretta Scott King. But I did, and so then I went down to the library for the next part of this. You scroll to the back side of your worksheet. Well, I'm scrolling. You're going to be flipping. It said this is where you need to actually choose one of those sources you wrote down. Check it out from Miss McPhail and look through the book and do a little bit more evaluating of it. So I already walked down. I got my book. It's the first source that I put in there. And so I'm going to be filling everything out. So I'd write the title in here. And then I'm going to look at the copyright page, which is usually the first page or two in the novel. In my book, there's a quote from Coretta Scott King on the first page. And then as I flip, there's just the title page, title and author, and then my copyright page. So as I explore this page, I would be putting a check, since I'm typing, I'll just put an X, that yes, I did find a copyright page. Oops, sorry. And then it wants me to scan my book within those pages and record some examples from that. So on the copyright page, I would include some things that it was copyrighted in 1999. Maybe I want to put that it was published by the Children's World Incorporated. Maybe where they got the cover photo from, photo research, the editorial direction. We would just add a few things over here. So I'm just copying in information as I look at the copyright page. So this is what you would do with the book for the rest of them. You would flip the book and look for certain subtitles. My table of contents page is right next to my copyright page, so I'd probably skip my subtitle for now. And then I'd probably add in here what were some contents. She's got some sections in this book of growing up in Alabama, struggling for an education, Coretta meets Martin Luther King Jr. So I wouldn't use every single part of this book because my focus isn't just the life of Coretta Scott King, it was her role in the civil rights movement. So I probably would skip the chapter of growing up in Alabama and struggling for an education. And I'd probably skip down to back in the South because that comes after that she meets Martin Luther King. So when you have these books, know that you don't have to read them cover to cover. Use that table of contents to find that chapter or that section that specifically is going to give you the information that you need. And I hope this helps you do assignment 8. Happy book hunting.